I need to know, am I being detained for a crime? And if so, I need you to articulate what crime I'm being detained for.
You're being questioned and talked to right now about suspicious activity. That's the call. That's what we have.
But am I being detained? If I'm not being detained, I'm going to be free to go on my way.
If you want to talk the law, okay, the thing is, the law is telling you, don't come back on this property, don't come back on that property, or that is failure to obey an order and you can go to jail.
He's parked near a church, camera rolling, filming trains, gas lines, and public infrastructure. An entirely legal, constitutionally protected activity. Suddenly, an off-duty officer with an urge to intervene pulls up, claiming he got a call, and starts questioning him. The man stays calm and polite, but refuses to explain himself, because the law doesn't require him to. That doesn't sit well with the officer. He immediately demands ID, and soon a senior officer shows up as well. But this man is ready. He knows the law. He dismantles every accusation, shuts down every excuse, and right there in front of the church turns a random stop into a 10-minute master class on the law.
Good, how you doing?
Not too bad.
What can I do for you?
Well, we had a call that you were recording trains or something. I don't know for sure what it is.
Okay.
Is there any reason why you're over here? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know what you're doing?
No, I don't know that. I don't know that I need to explain to you what I'm doing.
Well, you're on private property.
Are you assuming I don't have permission to be here?
Do you have permission to be here?
Do I not?
We got a call on you, a complaint, okay? That's
Okay.
why I'm here.
All right.
All right. I'm off duty. I'm just trying to help out right now, okay?
Okay.
So do you have any ID or anything?
I do.
Okay, can I see your ID, sir?
Am I being detained?
No, sir, you're not being detained.
Nah, I'd rather not answer any more questions.
You're inside a vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just 1 second.
But you understand that we're in a time of terrorism too.
Well,
Somebody taking pictures of railroad tracks and gas company, that ain't normal.
it's not.
No?
Well, maybe not your definition of normal, but I would hate to think that as a law enforcement officer that a citizen taking activity and doing a constitutionally protected activity that is legal would throw up a red flag in your eyes and be suspicious.
You have right to be on this property? You got permission?
I'm not answering any more questions.
You're not?
I mean, if you want to assume that I don't have a right to be on this property and pursue that, that's your business. But
Okay. Well, we're checking right now with the owner, and if you don't, we're going to cite you for trespassing, all right?
it's
I
illegal and I'm
understand that.
going to find out.
What makes you think that it is?
Because I would hate to think that I live in a country where you officers could just run my plates and get my information anytime you want. Now, given the fact that if I'm not detained, I don't have to provide ID, he did not detain me. He just took it upon himself to go back there to find out who I am. I do not have to provide that information to you unless I'm detained. And you didn't detain me until you walked to the back of my car after you ran my plate and after that officer ran my plate. I have it all on video.
That's fine. But
Now, if you'd have come up and said you're detained for this crime, I'd have provided you everything you needed, but you didn't do that. Y'all just want to know what I'm doing. So you want my ID, which is not the way it works. And because I didn't,
Hold on.
because I
Let
didn't,
me talk to him.
because I didn't provide my ID, then he wants to be shady and go run my plate.
Nobody's being listen to me, sir. Listen.
Everybody's being shady here. I haven't committed a crime. I haven't done anything wrong. And if you say I'm trespassing on this property, you're wrong, because I can't be trespassing on a property that I've never been asked to be to. This is a church parking lot. Are you prepared to stay in court,
Sir,
and tell the
listen to
court
me.
that this preacher of this church
No.
would not want me here
Are you
sitting in
gonna
his
let me
parking
answer?
lot?
Are you going to let me answer?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. The answer to that is we got a call that you were here. Okay. Now we're investigating that. For whatever reason you're here, not just because you're sitting on the church parking lot. Okay. It wouldn't have mattered if you were sitting in front of Rite Aid parking lot or anything else. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, if
And
it doesn't
let me tell
matter
you
where I'm
something.
sitting,
Hold on, sir.
why was
Hold
I?
on.
Why?
I want to get an understanding.
Why was I threatened with being
Sir,
charged of
listen to me.
trespassing?
Listen to
And
me.
I would appreciate if you didn't touch
Listen,
me.
listen.
I know you have no ill will, but I would appreciate
And I don't.
if you didn't take for granted that we're friends enough for you to touch me.
Well,
Because right now you're performing an illegal act,
well,
and I don't
I'm
trust
just talking to you.
Well, this is not a consensual conversation. And the only way it's going to continue to be a conversation is if I'm detained. And if you detain me.
Well, until we figure out why, let me tell you this.
Unless I'm being detained, I'm not answering any more questions, and I'd like to be free to go about my business.
Until we figure out why you're here, you are being detained, sir.
Okay, what crime am I being detained for?
Suspicious activity. Trespassing for one. There's a railroad.
Now
here.
we're back to trespassing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is, sir. I'm not just pulling stuff out of my butt here, you know?
So, if I was to go park in, like your example, if I was to go park in Rite Aid parking lot and sit there and take some pictures, that makes me trespassing? Just like I'm doing here? I'm in a church parking lot. Okay, that is openly accessible to the public. There are no signs that say private property. There are no signs that say you can only
I'm not
do
being argumentative with you and saying none of that's not the case.
You're just wrong.
You're exactly right.
I mean, you can charge me with trespassing all you want, but if you think you're going to be able to stand up in court in front of a jury of my peers and convince them that what I'm doing right now is trespassing, you're wasting your time, my time, and the court's time.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Most 90% of what we do is a waste of time. Okay, I'll give you that.
All this boils down to is your off-duty officer that pulled up and told me he was off duty and told me I was not detained wanted to know who I was, and he doesn't have that right.
No, that's not what happened.
I have it all on video.
I understand.
That's exactly
You're right,
what
but
it is.
let me tell you, he didn't just run across you. What happened was he heard the radio call. Me and that other deputy got a radio call that somebody was here taking pictures.
Okay.
And he heard it on the radio and was close by and stopped.
Okay, let me ask you
He didn't
this
just
then.
approach you because he felt like
So
approaching you.
nobody called and said there was somebody trespassing. Somebody called and said I was taking pictures.
Right.
Is it illegal to take pictures in public?
It depends on what you're taking a picture of, sir. Here's the thing.
So you're telling me that a citizen doesn't have a right in public to take a picture of anything they can see from public? Is that what you're telling me?
Let me back that because I'm going to use that argument. That's what
I just like for you to answer my question.
Hold on, I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
But I'm going to answer it in a way that you asked us too about running your license plate. The courts have already said that license plate is in plain view wherever it is. As long as we don't go up in your yard and do it.
And I didn't accuse you.
No,
I said I think it's
explaining-
illegal, and I'm going to find out.
And I'm explaining it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
And before we leave, I'm going to need names and badge numbers from every officer that's here, or a business card.
Well, you're recording it. You got mine right here.
Okay. What's your badge number, sir?
1123.
Thank you. And I'm going to need it from those gentlemen as well.
So why can't we have a civil conversation here? and explain what you're doing here.
We were having a civil conversation until your officer, who was off duty and told me
And
that
that's
I was
fine.
not
And he's
detained,
not here, so don't
started
worry about it.
asking me
So-
for my ID, what I
asking
was
you to-
doing,
I'm
why I
asking-
was here.
Okay, I'm asking you to communicate with me.
Okay. I'll communicate as much as I feel necessary to communicate with you.
Okay.
If I'm being detained, though, I need to know right now if I'm being detained, because if
So
I'm being detained, I'm going to cooperate silently, and I'm going to plead the fifth and not answer any more questions. Now, if you want to have a consensual conversation and communicate, I'll do that if I'm not being detained at my discretion, not yours. So I need to know, am I being detained for a crime? And if so, I need you to articulate what crime I'm being detained for.
You're being questioned and talked to right now about suspicious activity. That's the call. That's what we
But
have.
am I being detained? If I'm not being detained, I'm going to be free to go on my way.
Sir,
Listen, the law says if you're detaining me, I have to cooperate within the law. If I'm not being detained, I have every right to leave.
I'm using a little bit of logic here and trying to figure out for this business owner right here because
I spoke to this business twice. Both times I've explained to them what I do here. Both times their management said that's okay. So
when was the last time that you talked to them?
2 months ago. I have it on
Do
video.
you know who that was that you spoke to?
I have it on video, his name. I don't know.
Can you tell me his name so I can
I
ask if
don't
he's
know
over
it off
there?
the top of my head. I have it on video, though, and I'm not going to provide any information right now because I'd have to shut this video off to do so. Now, that's not me being argumentative. That's just a fact. I'm not going to shut this recording I'm doing right now off to find out that gentleman's name.
I'm just curious about one. Can we have a sensible conversation about one thing?
No, we can't. You've told me I'm being detained.
I
So
wanna know something
as
on a
of right
personal
now,
level.
if I'm being detained, I'm not answering any more questions, and you tell me what I need to do.
What do you mean if I tell you what to do?
Well, if I'm being detained by law, I have to cooperate. If I'm not being detained, I don't have to cooperate.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I mean, here's what it can come down to, okay? If you want to play this, okay?
I'm not playing anything. I'm following the law.
I understand. And
I
that's
wish
what I'm
we
telling
were
you.
all following the law.
And
here.
that's what I'm telling you, the law.
Okay.
Sir, let me tell you something. That Constitution means just as much to me as it does you, okay?
Apparently not,
I was
because
in
you
the mili- I've been in,
you
hold
swore
on.
an oath to protect it, and you're
That's
not
exactly
right. now.
right. Oh, yes, absolutely, 100%.
Well, me being in public,
Absolutely, 100%, sir. And I've been protecting
You're
this
wrong.
Constitution since I was 17 years old in the Marine
Okay.
Corps and everything else in law enforcement, okay? So don't tell me, just because I'm a law enforcement officer, that
no.
we're tramping all over
I'm
everybody's
telling you because of
constitutional
your
rights.
actions right now.
Sir, my actions, we have a right to talk to whoever we want to.
I am taking part in a constitutionally protected activity, and you're detaining me.
Okay,
for
well,
it.
here's what it comes down to, sir.
Okay.
Here's what it comes down to. If you want to talk the law, okay, the thing is, the law is telling you, don't come back on this property, don't come back on that property, or that is failure to obey an order, and you can go to jail.
Okay, on what property? You said this property?
This property, yes.
And you said that
Yes.
property. What other property are we speaking
This
of?
property, right
I've
here.
never been on that property in my life.
I'm not saying you have, I'm just
Okay.
telling you.
And if you're giving me a direct order that I can't be on this property, and I contact this individual right here, and he tells me I can be on this property, me and you're going to court.
I don't care, sir.
I know you
Take
don't
me to
care.
court.
Well,
Take me to
you
court
can't
because
just
the
go
thing-
around
you're
telling
not-
people
you're not
what-
a church member.
You,
You're
how
not
do
a-
you know that? Are you assuming that?
Are you a church member here?
I don't have to answer that question. But
Barry, is he the preacher here? Can he come over here? We'll find out.
I got no problem with that. But I bet you do the talking to him, and when it's all said, let me talk to him and see how it turns out.
Do you know this individual?
No, I'm sorry, I do not.
How do you
Is he
do,
a
sir?
member of your church?
No, he's not.
Is he allowed to be on this property?
No, he's not.
Okay. Can you tell me why I'm not allowed to be on? I'll respect your wishes, but can you tell me your reason for me not being allowed to be on this property?
I would prefer not to do that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Have you ever told me before that I wasn't allowed on this property?
No, I have not.
Thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. Would you like to know why I'm on your property?
No, I would not.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough.
Okay, thank you.
And you don't want me coming to your church or back to your property?
You're welcome to come to services only.
Oh.
If you are doing anything other than attending our service, I will ask you to leave again.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
Is that okay?
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
In the end, he wasn't just protecting himself. By standing firm and respectful, he reminded the system that it, too, has rules to follow. Knowing your rights matters. Calm confidence and a solid understanding of the law are more powerful than intimidation, badges, or numbers. You don't need to argue, panic, or over-explain. When you know the law and stand on it respectfully, unlawful pressure falls apart on its own. An informed citizen isn't just protecting himself, he's holding the system accountable.